What's up, everybody? Today in this video, what is the difference between a psychic and a medium?
Yes.
We'll get into that in just a minute.
For those of you that don't know us yet, I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
I'm ZenRoseGarden.
Yes. Helping people create
badass lives. Guys, say hello. Let us know you're watching from. If you're watching live, give us a hashtag live tribe.
If you're watching on the replay, hashtag replay fam. So we've got a lot to cover, so let's just get right into it.
Okay. So
what is the difference between a psychic and a medium?
Okay, so you've probably heard the terms psychic and medium, or even psychic medium thrown around, and you may have wondered if there was a difference. And believe it or not, this is a simple answer, but it gets kind of confused. So we thought, let's do a video on it.
Right. So in this video, we're going to help you understand better the similarities and differences, and differences between psychics and mediums, and between psychic and medium.
Right. So today's topic is a question from one of our viewers, because we always like to answer your questions so we get through the week. This question is, looking at my screen here, from John.
From Santa Barbara, California.
I love Santa Barbara. It's so beautiful there. I am interested. Okay, he says, I'm interested in joining Zen Academy to take your psychic development courses, but I don't know if I should be training to be a psychic, a medium, or a psychic medium. This is why we're making this video, guys.
Right.
I've heard all these terms, but I'm not sure what to call myself. On a side note, I stumbled on your YouTube video about self-awareness, looking for help to increase my powers of observation. We love that.
Yeah. So if this sounds familiar to you, if this sounds like something that you've gone through and you don't know what a psychic is, what a medium is, what a psychic medium is, or what the difference is, or why it's even a big deal, then you're in the right place.
So we're curious. We like to hear what you think all the time. In your opinion, is there a difference between a psychic medium and just a plain old regular medium? Drop that in the comments and
let us know.
Get back to that in a second.
A lot of terms get tossed around that actually mean the same thing across the board in a lot of different spiritual, metaphysical communities. And it really just mostly means the same thing. So you get caught up in the name of the thing or the meaning of the thing.
But we'll tell you what the differences are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we see this pattern, this ebb and flow off and on. And sometimes, oddly enough, people stir the pot up and between groups, and there's division and even animosity that starts to happen. And we decided to address this not only because we got the question from our viewer, but lately we've read a couple of articles from different spiritual influencers that are causing people to get angry and frustrated. And one of these is about the topic of mediumship. And so,
as we like to say, mediumship is a function of the mind that happens when you work on increasing your powers of observation on a very deep and subtle level, while at the same time working on releasing any judgments, expectations, assumptions about the information that you observe.
So let's get to the goods, guys. So first of all, tip number one, what is psychic ability? So we're going to just basic it out and go from there. So psychic information is received in the mind or the senses or the body of a person from another person, another mind, another energy, or an object, or anything that carries an energy.
Right. And this is information that you don't already know, but it's information that's valid, that's true, that's real. It's super simple.
So we receive this information all the time, regardless of whether or not we have trained ourselves to recognize it. So in a nutshell, a psychic, just a psychic, not a psychic medium, picks up psychic information solely from things that exist in the physical world.
Tip number two, what is a medium?
Okay. First of all, if you are a medium, you are already using the function of mind called psychic ability, which, as we said, is really hyper observation into senses that are working on a whole other level to pick up information you do not have stored somewhere in your physical mind or memory.
And the difference here is that in mediumship, you're picking up on psychic information from a person or energy that is not in the physical world.
Right.
That's all. Super simple. That's really the only difference between psychic and medium.
So what is the difference between a medium and a psychic medium? Not a damn thing. It's just cooler sounding. It's like a cooler sounding marketing term that has become popular the last few years. It's really actually redundant. It's like saying, I am a drink making bartender. Right? So.
Or I'm a poop scooping pooper scooper.
That was cool, David.
That was crappy.
Oh, God. We have a bonus tip for you.
Yes. Can't we all just get along?
Yeah.
Really? So we're going to clear up a little misunderstanding when it comes to labels that we see people freaking out about and causing all of this drama. Really, it's totally unnecessary. And we think it's really irresponsible for being any spiritual influencer, metaphysical influencer, psychic influencer, mediumship influencer, whatever. So here is what bakes my noodle.
Okay.
Some influencers will tell you that mediumship is somehow evil, wrong, or attacks hordes of demons.
Doesn't attack hordes of demons, it attracts hordes of demons, I think.
Or a medium attracts or attacks.
Attacking demons.
Okay, let's attract some hordes of demons. Bring them on. Let's not.
Okay, so, but as we have already said, mediumship is a function of mind that enables you to sense and understand energies from the non-physical spirit world. So without mediumship, here's what I want to get to. This is what we're clearing up today, okay? Without mediumship ability, you would never
take it home.
We're trying to block each other's runway in a big way this morning.
I got you. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
You would never sense the presence of an angel. You would never receive a message from God, source, Jesus, or grandma who's passed over, who's coming to give you a hug from heaven. And that is all there is to it.
So in order for you to have any kind of spiritual revelation, whether it's church-based or whether it's not church-based, you have to have some type of mediumship ability in addition to psychic ability. You have to have these things in order to have these revelations, have connection with God, have connection with source, Jesus, Buddha, Gandhi, whatever.
So we want to take it out of the religious context that we practice these things, or spiritual systems, are just like the covering that goes over the actual skill. So the skill is basic across fields. So every ancient spiritual influencer,
including Jesus,
sage, mystic, prophet of the Bible, had to necessarily be a medium. Otherwise, it would be crickets from the other side. They would never have been inspired to write all those holy books and spiritual philosophies that we have today.
And then we'd be running around today like a bunch of purely physical, sensory-driven hedonists with no moral compass to speak of. Boom. So in other words, without these abilities, you would be the very same thing that some of these influencers are talking about being afraid of.
Does that make sense? So that's what we kind of wanted to talk about, because we often hear people going back and forth about this. And I'm like, let's take all of the superstition and the fundamentalist drama out of it and just look at it. Mediumship is the function that enables you to sense these things. And that's it. It's a tool. So it's when we put our superstitions on top of it and our fears on top of it.
Then
and
you become the tool.
And our, my God's better than your God on top of it. Then we get it all twisted. And let's not get it twisted. We all want a hug from grandma who's passed over. So let's all be a little bit more human with each other. Okay.
Can't we all just get along?
That's it.
Really? Because we're talking about the same thing. We really want the same thing. Don't be an asshole in life and you're going to do great. When you start being an asshole in life, you need to check yourself.
Don't be a tool.
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
So guys, you just learned a little bit of our angle on what is the difference between a psychic and a medium. But if you guys are ready to learn more, we have some options.
We've come to understand in our work with our private coaching clients over the past 11 years that self-growth and developing your intuition for a badass life go hand in hand. You cannot have one without the other. And as you start to explore one or the other, you end up crossing paths with the other or the other.
So even if your goal is not to pursue a career in the intuitive arts, intuition is an important part of making the right decisions in your life.
So we've created a twofold path to help you do just that so that you can start working with us deeper today online.
So first, we have Zen Ed Self-Growth Academy. Some of you guys here are on that with us today, where we teach our professional intuitive mastery courses. And right now we've started our Mediums Survival Guide, which is our
advanced mediumship training.
We've created this platform as a way to, if you miss a class, the replays are always there. So even if you join and it's a course that's been finished, you can go back and binge watch and catch up on the new stuff.
Getting access to all of our information that we've had over the last 11 years and developed to save you time, frustration, things to build that foundation for your badass life. If you're not ready for any of those, that's fine. We have our free resources for you. Click in the link in the description to get it for whichever option is best for you.
If you like this video, as always, hit that like button.
If this video helped you in any way, share it with a friend.
If you've got any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments. That's how we create new videos for you guys, and we would love to hear from you besides that.
Of course, for more badass life tips,
Be sure to subscribe.
Click the bell to turn notifications on
so you're the first to know
when we drop a new video
or go live.
And we know that time is a valuable and precious resource, and the fact that you've chosen to spend that with us, and most importantly, to spend that with yourself, improving your life, we absolutely honor and appreciate that. So thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.
And we'll see you in the next video.